Hey, so this video will show you how to hold a violin correctly. That's important because if you can't hold it correctly, you can't play it. So it's a very important thing to know because otherwise it is difficult to put your fingers down and move around on it. And it's also something that I think a lot of people struggle with. It's difficult. It's an awkward position. It's hard to relax in this position. So we're going to go over that. So first thing, you're actually holding the violin from here rather than your hand. And so you want to be able to find a comfortable, relaxed fit from your collarbone and your jaw bone. So you're kind of nestling it right in between there to hold it. And most of us have a little bit of a space there. And so we do kind of have to cramp down to get that fit. So that's why a lot of us use a shoulder rest. And I'll show you how to put that on. And that minimizes this gap. If you have a shorter neck, you might not even need a shoulder rest, and you can hold it like this. However, I have to kind of arch my shoulder up and tilt my neck down to an uncomfortable position to hold it like this. So we have one of these. This is a coon shoulder rest, and the way you put it on, there's a bigger side with a bigger dip, and that is actually the one that's going to cup your shoulder. So it's going to sit on your shoulder like this. And that's going to hold that up so that you just rotate your head slightly and tilt down. So, and you can have a seat on the floor to do this. Don't drop your instrument. There's little movable feet on it. So I take that shoulder side, and that's going to go on the same side as my chin rest there. So I take that big dip shoulder side, and I hold the feet down, and then I take the other feet and slide it snug so that it slides across the bottom of the instrument like this. And there's that big dip, and that's your chin rest there. And then this way, this fits right there, and all I have to do to hold it is tilt my neck, or tilt my head slightly, and tilt my neck down. And that way I don't have to hunch my shoulder. My shoulders are relaxed. I'm standing tall. My spine's not crooked. My head is tilted slightly. This should be how you look when you hold it. You should be able to walk comfortably in a circle without letting that fall. And this allows your hand to move and be free to place your fingers on the strings, move around without actually holding it from here. I commonly see people hold it from their wrist, and then that kind of changes the position of your fingers, and you're flatter on your fingers, and it's tougher to play, although I've seen some fiddlers do this and they pull it off. But I'm teaching you the way that I know. So having a solid position here is really important. If you don't have a shoulder rest like this, you can also take a rubber band like this here. And don't use this kind, this is too abrasive, but just a soft sponge or even a makeup sponge for a smaller instrument, and you can just use that in a pinch for a do-it-yourself version of a shoulder rest. It would be good to practice this sitting down or just with your hands here so you don't drop it. Yeah, I know this is kind of a risky thing to do, but it does allow for freeing up your hands, having a relaxed back, shoulder. It's an awkward thing to get used to, so I suggest taking the time to figure out how to get a good fit here. And you can also adjust these shoulder rests by tightening the screw down or loosening it up to fit your body. Because you want to fit the instrument to you, not you to the instrument. Yeah, so I think that covers it. Again, when you hold it, this is the chin rest, but it's called the chin rest. We use our jaw. So you don't want to be using your cheek to hold it. You don't want to use your chin. Just the side of your jaw clamps down like this. It's tilted. The string should be parallel to the floor, although the face of the instrument is tilted slightly, and this allows this hand to come up freely and move. That is it for how to hold it. Again, I suggest practicing getting used to this position. You shouldn't have any tension in your neck or shoulders, but it will probably feel uncomfortable for a little while just getting used to this. So you can practice getting used to this, just turning in a slow circle each way, and just holding this, not necessarily talking while you do this, but listening to a song. Yeah, that is how to hold a violin comfortably.